for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
I'd like to ask everyone to observe a moment of silence. Passing of Joe Reamer. Joe is a village resident, former undersheriff of Orange County, and the husband of Bonnie Reamer, village dispatcher. Thank you very much. I'll ask for a motion to approve the. Actually, we're gonna amend the agenda to add item business number 4, agreement with Orange County. Can I have a motion?
So moved.
Second?
Second.
All right. The agenda has been approved as modified. First, our budget that we're going to be approving tonight is under the 2% tax cap. We come in at 4.6, I believe. It says on there 1.46. However, the new formula that's being used to calculate the tax cap is very complicated. It's the first time we're doing it, and what most municipalities are doing is passing an override procedure to give us the ability to override the tax cap in case there was some kind of mathematical error, and that tax cap is actually less than 1.46%. I don't believe that to be the case. The staff does not believe that to be the case, so we spent a lot of time. Our treasurer, Sarah Winters, has been working with the controller's office on this item, but it's just a precautionary thing, just that way. If for whatever reason we are above it somehow, then it'll safeguard the village. So I'm going to read the public notice. Notice hereby given that the Board of Trustees of the Village of Goshen hold a public hearing at Village Hall on April 23rd, 7:30, to consider the adoption of a local law to override the tax levy limit established in general municipal law. So again, we're not overriding it, but this is just safeguard. I'll ask for a motion to open the public hearing.
So moved.
Second?
Second.
All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Public hearing is open. Any public comments? Okay. I'll ask for a motion to close the public hearing.
So moved.
And a second?
Second.
All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Can I have a motion to pass local law number 2 of 2012?
So moved.
And a second?
Second.
All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye. Aye.
We have the minutes from the village board meeting of April 9th, 2012. Any errors or omissions? Hearing none, I'll ask for a motion to approve.
So moved.
And a second?
Second.
All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye. Aye.
We have the village board work session minutes of April 16th, 2012. Any errors or omissions? Hearing none, I'll ask for a motion to approve.
So moved.
And a second?
Second.
All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All right, thank you very much. First item of business tonight, the adoption of the 2012-2013 budget. This is something that I'm very proud of, and I'm proud of our village hall staff and of the village board for all the work that's been put in on this budget. Clearly in these times, our expenses continue to increase. We've had triple-digit increases in multiple line items, but I think based on the cost-cutting measures we've taken this year, we'll be able to come out with a budget that is affordable for village residents who are already hurting and continues to provide the valued services that our village relies on. We're passing a budget with a 1.46% increase without any cuts to the senior center, without any cuts to go back, and without any cuts to joint recreation. We eliminated 1.5 positions the past year through attrition, so we did not have to rely on any layoffs to get here, and we've used a multitude of other cost-cutting measures, going to austerity mode with our purchasing, and also doing bidding on things like our electricity. So I'm very proud about where we are, but clearly the first year is the easiest, the next year to be able to be under the tax cap, it's going to take even more challenging decisions and a lot more work as well. But I think we're off to a very good start, and given the state of the economy and our taxpayers' expectations for us, I think that we have a budget that we can all be proud of at this point. I guess I'll ask for a motion to approve the budget.
So moved.
And a second?
Second.
Any discussion on this?
I personally, participated in the last budget committee as a citizen, now as a trustee. I think it's commendable that you were able to acquiesce with the, the burdens that the state is putting upon us, and I think it's impressive. And we all support the budget. It's a good accomplishment. The village should be proud.
Thank you.
I'd just like to say that my hat goes off to you
Mr. Mayor and Deputy Mayor and the staff here who worked real hard at putting this budget together. And I think that, or I truly believe that whether we had a cap mandate or not, we would still be in that proximity, right at where we're at now, regardless. Because as we know, there was a substantial tax increase last year in comparison to this year. And I think this is indicative of your hard work to scrutinize things the way you did, yourself and Deputy Mayor Shaw. And so I'm proud to be a part of it.
Thank you very much.
I don't really need to say much else, but just add my own kudos to a lot of hard work on all your parts to bring this in the way you did. Congratulations.
All right, no other comments? I will ask for a motion to approve the Village of Goshen 2012-2013 budget. Oh, I'm sorry, we did the motions already.
I'll second it again.
No, I followed it.
In that case, all in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All right, thank you. We have an acceptance of maintenance bond for Proplex. Whereas Proplex Incorporated, 264 North Pike Road, Newburgh, New York, 12550, entered into a contract with the Village of Goshen dated November 2nd for sewer trunk line replacement, Village of Goshen, and whereas said contract provides that Proplex Incorporated will furnish a bond condition to guarantee for a period of 1 year after approval of the final estimates on said job by the Village of Goshen against all defects in workmanship and materials and which may become apparent during said period, and whereas the said contract has been completed and was approved on March 8, 2012, it is hereby resolved that the Village Board of the Village of Goshen hereby accepts the maintenance bond in the amount of $14,516.25 as reviewed and approved by the village attorney. So that trunk line replacement has been completed. Last night we had a substantial amount of rain, and the sewer plant and the sewer infrastructure worked very well. But it's also a period where the ground was very dry prior, so I don't think we have a good representation based on just last night. But I think given a lot of rain, we're already seeing some positive results of this project. And I think we'll get a better picture when the ground is a little wetter for future rainstorms. I guess, can I have a motion to approve?
So moved.
And a second?
Second.
Any discussion on this?
So this bond goes into effect after the job is finished? And
The job is done. What happens, they Mike and Tully inspected it, they were happy with it. Pursuant to the contract, they have to put up a maintenance bond for a period of a year. I reviewed the maintenance bond, discussed it with John O'Rourke from Art's office, and so basically a maintenance bond for 1 year from tonight.
And the amount of the bond is 10%, I believe, of the
5%.
5%.
5%
Cost
of the construction cost.
Okay.
So,
All right, any further discussion? I will ask, all in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
We have an abstract of vouchers. Bills examined by members of the board were approved in accordance with abstract 2011-2012, number 24, check numbers 3265 through 3334, in the amount of $99,160.04. Can I have a motion to approve?
So moved.
And a second? And as Zoe said, these are bills that have previously been signed by 3 trustees and gone through all the internal protocols and procedures of the village. All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
We have the fourth item that we added to the agenda, review with Orange County. Whereas the County of Orange, by and through its Department of Emergency Services, in an effort to improve radio communications among first responders, has offered to provide the Village of Goshen with 2 digital portable dual band operation radios. Now, therefore, it is hereby resolved that the mayor is hereby authorized to execute the agreement prepared by the County of Orange for the purpose of the provision of these radios. Can I have a motion to approve?
So moved.
And a second?
Second.
Any discussion?
Just that this isn't at any cost to the village. Orange County is providing these radios to the police department so that they can be on the same frequency with some other agencies. So if they're doing something interagency, they can communicate more effectively.
All right.
And you'd be surprised, I mean, this has been an ongoing thing in the emergency services, because for a lot of years, if you were out there, and you had Goshen and Hamptonburg, you had Goshen in Florida, Goshen and Campbell Hall, operating at fires for different districts, they had different radio frequencies. And you could, if you had a guy directing traffic or a gal directing traffic in Hamptonburg, and you were fire police in Goshen directing traffic, you can communicate with each other. But they've upgraded a lot of these radios now so that you can, which only makes sense.
All right, all in favor, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All right, we appreciate Orange County on that. As I mentioned, I'm going to be leaving a little early, but I wanted to take a moment to, as everyone's probably seen, we have a beautiful new dais in front of us tonight. I want to commend the Village Court Department, notably Court Clerk Lita, for our work in securing the grant for these funds, so this came at no cost to our taxpayers. I want to commend the Friends of Maplewood for their help in this, and also to Jared Quattrini, who did the work with his team, and it's a beautiful final project, as everyone can see, and we're really lucky to have it. With that, comments from Trustee Brady?
I'm going to pass for a second, I'm trying to find my word for it.
Trustee Stewart?
Actually, I think things are pretty much under control. The only note I have for the last 2 weeks is the crews have installed new signs in municipal parking lots.
Trustee Char?
Everything is good in the police department.
Trustee Smith? All right. And just to piggyback on something that Trustee Stewart had mentioned, there are new signage by all of the municipal lots in the village. I believe Neil had brought that to us initially, or maybe Joel did on behalf of Neil, about getting better signage about where the lots are. So that has been completed, and we appreciate you guys bringing that forward. We've heard it from other people, but I think we have signs that you pretty much can't miss now. So I think that'll do a lot to help our downtown merchants. Trustee Brady?
Sure. Some of you may notice that some construction going on in the center of the village during the week. Contractor conducting a leak survey for the village found a major water leak in the square, and next State Department of Transportation, in conjunction with the village, moved quickly on it, took care of it. Seemed like there was no hiccups. Actually, it was, according to Mike Nuzzolese, it was a great partnership. I was very happy with the way the state responded. The hydrant flushing has been completed. That was delayed a day due to, or at least extended a day due to the leak, and then crews removed and installed a new air compressor for the aeration system at the reservoir. And Joel, I have an answer for you, but it's not in front of me. So again, I'm going to have to get that to you next time.
I think you were asking about the
reservoir level.
Yeah, I think we're down about 5.5 inches, as I recall.
Yeah, that was my recollection was that. I didn't want to give a hard number on it because I don't necessarily know if I was off by an inch, how big a ramification that would have. But 5 inches is what I believe Mike told me the other day. So
That was pre-rain?
That was definitely pre-rain. That was 2 days ago. So
Yeah.
But I'll be on that, Joel. I promise you.
I just wanted to add, the mayor mentioned Joe Reamer, who was a longtime friend of mine. Very sad to see his passing. It was quite a turnout for his wake the other day. A lot of the police department was there because of Bonnie. But also, Ginger Norton passed away, who is not only a very dear friend for a long time, but a teacher of both of my children, and she was to many, many people in this community, and she will be very missed.
I second that. I have two older brothers and myself. We're all educated by Ginger, 33 years as a kindergarten teacher. So in some way, shape, or form, she takes a lot of credit for any success for many of the village Goshen residents, including a portion of this board. So I concur.
Well said. All right, with that, I'll open up to public comment. As I said, I'm getting out here in about a minute, so I apologize in advance if I walk out halfway through public comment.
Anything anybody said.
Any comments from the public today?
While you're still here, I have several questions, but they can be dealt with after you go. But since you take the lead on this, the rebuild of the website notwithstanding, why is the village at this point not compliant with the new open meeting law?
Well, we are compliant because we provide the information at the beginning of every meeting. And what it says is you need to make a reasonable attempt to get the information up. And our attempt is investing $5,000+ in designing a new website, and that'll make it more user-friendly. The infrastructure isn't quite where we'd like it to be with the older site, so we're doing everything we can to get it through right now.
As I said, the rebuild notwithstanding, As I pointed out back at the March 12th meeting, posting documents to the web is simple. Anybody who has the technical skill to post a Facebook picture can post the documents to the web as it currently stands. And it would put you in, and there's no cost involved in doing so, and it would make the village compliant in the letter and spirit of the new law.
Just to be clear on that, in terms of the letter of the law, we're compliant with the letter of the law.
Understood.
Thank you. Any other questions?
I did have other questions to follow, and I want to get that out of the way, not to hold you.
All right.
I apologize, everyone. Deputy Mayor Char, good luck. Thank you, sir.
You get to move into the...
No.
Is Captain Kirk's chair?
I'm going to stay in Susan's chair.
But it has all the neat switches.
Just watching them this weekend. Sulu got a new, I know there's several Star Treks ago, I mean, became like a captain or something.
No, it's not him.
Go ahead, Joe.
Could we have an update and enumeration of the litigations with which the village is engaged, and a brief description thereof?
Let me give it to you next time. I don't want to miss out on anything or mistake anything.
Could we have it subject to amendment? Could we just have a brief summary of where we stand?
No, because I don't want to mistake anything.
Awaiting that, can you at least let us know, has the Capuso suit been appealed? Or is that
I don't know the answer to that. I don't know the answer to that.
And the Minnesink Trail residents that I believe filed, is that ongoing, or has that been?
That is ongoing. That I know is ongoing.
Any other questions? Neil, any questions? Go ahead.
Yeah, would you care to articulate the advantages of the new dais over the old one? What new bells and whistles
I
are
would like
there?
to believe that it, it is fitting that, I joined the board, and there's just,
Yeah, somehow Trustee Brady taking credit for that.
room sweeps clean, as they say. So, look, it's easier to write on, I think.
Some more leg room?
Yeah. It doesn't color coordinate with the paneling, which, aesthetically, sticking with our historical values within this building, I might need to tighten that up, but other than that...
We could temper
Yeah, we
chocolate on the granite countertop.
It's like we do everything with an old house. When one thing leads to another, leads to another.
Cut off the head of the hydra,
Yeah,
once you do that. No, it's great. This is...
It is beautiful.
So you have more space up there, have you?
Not for another trustee. Maybe we can fit art up here.
I think it just presents a nice, clean appearance, and it is user-friendly, and the best part about it, it costs us anything.
Yeah.
So.
Well, Louis Newberger's initials that were carved underneath there are one forever.
And I mean, the other one had like 10 coats of paint on it, and it wasn't a mess, but it was serviceable. But this is 10 times better.
Yeah, this looks great.
Thank you.
Kudos to the choir.
On a more serious note, do we have an update on the compliance conferencing, the consent order, and the plans?
Anything had been done or saw?
Well, actually, yeah, no, I did have some communication today. We scheduled a meeting
Okay.
to go over this
Another meeting.
environmental benefit project that we spoke about in the past. So that will happen. I can't say it's going to happen. It'll happen soon. But there's a lot of people that have to get their schedules together. So soon may be 3 weeks.
The meeting will happen soon.
That's 3 to 4 weeks.
And will the fund? We've been playing with this for quite some time.
I haven't been playing with it all. I told you exactly why.
No, I didn't mean it in that sense, but it has been something ongoing for a period of time. I'm just trying to get an understanding of where the ultimate conclusion of this might lie. Are we facing within this season an application of the funds?
Within this being springtime?
Yes.
I've long since given up predicting that. there will be a point in time when that will happen. But
One would assume.
I mean, you know, it ends up always being the same thing, which is kind of an unusual situation. But we just can't call them up and say, gee, please fine us, you know?
No, but what we've done is what's in our control, which was number one, to remove all the stockpiled material. Number two, spend over $500,000, or a little less than $500,000 in infrastructure repairs in terms of our water system. So, I mean, that's in our control, and that's immediate stuff that we can do for the betterment of the village, and to show the DEC and the Attorney General that we take this seriously, and we're not just kind of fooling around in an administrative hearing or in a court proceeding. The idea is to fix the problem, and then we can worry about that when the time comes, and the time will come.
Once there is some order of fines, is this a situation wherein there might potentially be some litigation by the village against the state, or there would just be a sign-off with a consent order?
Well, you never say never, but I would say that would be unlikely in the extreme. I just don't think that would be money well spent at that stage.
But just to clarify something, for Joel and myself, okay, I mean, the ball is basically in their court right now.
Well, the ball's been back and forth. And one of the things that I've said before, with this, the state has offered us, and you're free to go on the DEC website, they have an explanation of an environmental benefit project. And what they said to us is that we're going to find you an amount, but a substantial portion of that can be applied to an environmental benefit project,
Right.
to the betterment of all the citizens in the village. And we've now had communication back and forth, you know, phone calls, emails, I mean, nothing real formal, but suggesting different projects. And what they've now said today, a letter came to me today, is we think some of the things you suggest will work, some won't. Let's have a meeting in New Paltz and try to iron it out.
Does that imply that the state will be taking some portion of the fine and essentially putting it in the state's pocket? Putting it in the general fund?
There will be a portion that will go to the general fund.
And leaving the community?
That's correct. They've been clear that they can minimize that to a large degree, but some of it will go to the state.
That hurts.
It is what it is, Joel.
Yeah.
With that, I'll entertain a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Aye.
So adjourned.
How does it feel, Ed?
Thanks for the new day,
You're welcome, everybody.
So we tell Kyle, as soon as he left, he moved over and said, I'm not...